Summary of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a transformative spiritual guide that challenges readers to reframe their understanding of time, consciousness, and existence. At its core, the book presents a simple yet profound truth: the present moment is all we ever truly have. By learning to live fully in the now, we can break free from the mental noise, emotional pain, and limitations imposed by our ego-driven minds, unlocking a deeper sense of peace and purpose. The central premise: living in the now. Tolle emphasizes that most people are trapped in their minds, constantly replaying past events or worrying about the future. This fixation on time, both past and future, prevents them from experiencing the richness of life as it unfolds in the present. He asserts that true freedom and enlightenment are found in embracing the now, the only moment that truly exists. Tolle's insights are not merely philosophical but deeply practical, offering readers tools to reconnect with their true essence, beyond the incessant chatter of the mind. The two forces holding us back: the ego and the pain body. The ego. The ego is the false sense of self that the mind constructs based on memories, labels, and societal expectations. It thrives on comparisons, judgments, and a constant need for validation. For example, when someone identifies themselves solely by their achievements or possessions, they are living from the ego. Tolle explains that the ego is never satisfied. It either clings to the past or chases the future, creating a perpetual cycle of discontent. The ego resists the present moment because, in the now, its sense of self dissolves. The pain body. The pain body is an accumulation of unresolved emotional pain from past traumas, negative experiences, or inherited suffering. It feeds on negative emotions and often resurfaces during conflicts or periods of stress. Key insight: the pain body, much like the ego, keeps us trapped in cycles of suffering. However, by becoming aware of it and observing its influence without judgment, we can weaken its hold. The illusion of time. One of the book's most profound teachings is the idea that time is an illusion. While clock time is necessary for practical purposes like planning and scheduling, psychological time, our constant mental fixation on the past or future, is a source of suffering. Dwelling on the past, regrets, guilt, and resentment arise from clinging to past experiences. Worrying about the future, anxiety and fear stem from imagining scenarios that have yet to happen. Tolle asserts that the present moment is the only reality we ever experience. The past exists only as a memory in our minds, and the future is merely a projection. By focusing on the now, we can transcend these mental distractions and experience life in its purest form. What is presence? Presence is the state of being fully aware and engaged in the present moment without being influenced by thoughts of the past or future. It is a space where time ceases to exist, and we connect with our true essence, what Tolle calls being. When we live in presence, we quiet the mental chatter that clouds our judgment. Experience life with clarity, acceptance, and peace. Realize that our true self is not the mind but the consciousness observing it. Practical tools to live in the now. Tolle offers several techniques to help readers anchor themselves in the present moment. Observe your thoughts. Instead of identifying with your thoughts, step back and observe them as if watching a movie. This practice creates a gap between your consciousness and the mind, helping you realize that you are not your thoughts. Use the body as an anchor. Focus on physical sensations, such as the feeling of your breath or the rhythm of your heartbeat. The body is always in the present, and tuning into it can pull your awareness out of the mind. Accept what island. Suffering arises when we resist reality. By fully accepting the present moment, even if it's unpleasant, we dissolve resistance and experience peace. Disidentify from the ego. Notice when the ego is creating stories about your identity or comparing you to others. By observing these patterns, you can detach from them and reconnect with your true self. Practice mindfulness in daily activities. Bring awareness to routine tasks like eating, walking, or washing dishes. Notice the sights, sounds, and sensations around you without letting your mind wander. Surrendering to the present moment. Tal introduces the concept of surrender as a means to end suffering. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or being passive, it means accepting the present moment as it is, without resistance. When we surrender to the now, we stop fighting against what we cannot control. Experience a sense of inner peace, even in challenging situations. Align ourselves with the flow of life, which Tal describes as the universe's natural intelligence. The experiencing self vs. the remembering self. Tal distinguishes between the experiencing self, the part of us that lives in the now, and the remembering self, the part that recalls past experiences. Most people let the remembering self dominate, basing their lives on memories and imagined futures. However, true freedom lies in letting the experiencing self guide us. Benefits of living in the now. Inner peace. Freeing yourself from mental noise creates a deep sense of calm. Authentic relationships. Presence allows you to connect deeply with others, without judgment or pretense. Increased creativity. A quiet mind is more open to inspiration and new ideas. Reduced stress. Letting go of time-based worries dissolves anxiety. Final reflections. The power of now is more than a book, it's a call to awaken. Tal's teachings challenge us to shift from a life dominated by mental noise to one rooted in presence, awareness, and acceptance. By embracing the now, we unlock the door to a richer, more meaningful existence, free from the constraints of time and the ego. The journey may require practice, but the rewards, inner peace, joy, and freedom are worth it. As Tal reminds us, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Would you like me to provide a description, search keywords, and tags for this summary?
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, make sure to like our video and subscribe to Just Listeners for more amazing audio content. Stay tuned for more captivating tales and melodies.